Today, Ron and I, from Guerrilla Publishing, are out investigating an officer that likes to beat on women. His ex-wives have told us so. I like to wander away, as you can see. Sometimes I get distracted. We were supposed to be going inside, Ron and I. That's where they keep the criminals, maybe, I don't know. Oh gosh. Man, a big old bumblebee just hit me inside the face. That's good luck. An old police car right here. Check it out. That's what they do, the high-speed pursuits in as the scat track runs out. Fire hydrant. Let's go this way. What's up, man? Oh, okay, right. Go that way. Yeah. Guess we're not allowed in there no more. There's a light on this. Closed doors. I wasn't allowed in there?
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what's here. I was just not everybody knows.
Yeah.
Back here trying to rob us.
Oh, you're trying to rob you? Do I look like a robber?
I'm not saying you're a robber. I'm just
Well, you are at the cop station, so, I mean, cops and robbers kind of goes together, right?
I'm just saying
Yeah, I got you,
if
man.
you're putting that on social media, I just assume everybody knows. No, I didn't. Huh?
No.
Hey, you're the head of the public works? Sir. I got a question for you. So, when you guys are doing your deal with the biosolids, human waste, like you guys spread it over
What are we gonna thieve in here, everybody? We got labeled right there. Didn't we? Let's go ask him about that. That's labeling. I feel discriminated on.
right. Yeah, so, Rob, you have somebody to dispose of it. When it happens, or about how long, how often?
Watch this city manager play games. He wants to play peekaboo. Check this out. Oh, where did he go? Where did he go?
Hasn't happened in the last 17 years. Okay.
What is
So
going on?
You wouldn't have any of those kind of test results.
Oh, there he is. Oh, where did he go? Where did he go? There he is. There he is. Game over. I win.
You're not answering anything incorrectly, right? I mean, we're just having a conversation.
I don't let my family take it.
Because you work for the public. You work for the Public Works Authority, and we're doing a story about disposal of human waste from Public Works Authority.
When it's time for that,
Let me remind everyone and point out, he said he don't even let his own family take his photos. But he's the one that came out to begin with. He's the one that came out to talk to me and locked me out of the fence initially.
Okay.
and whatever it drains out, you don't have to go back there.
I got it.
That,
Funny part is, that same fella that was just talking to Ron, he's about to send lightning bolts through him. Watch
I
this.
understand that not all cities use the same form. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Who are you?
Do your own. I'm sorry?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I don't work for the public, ma'am. You
My
do.
name's Kim.
Kim, what do you do around here?
I'm the office manager.
Okay. Kim, I'd like to go ahead and fill out one of these. I want to get your payroll real quick. Can I get your payroll? You want
You
to go ahead
can
and get me?
request it, and I will get it for you in time.
You know, it says a reasonable amount of time. A reasonable amount of time is the time it takes for you to process and get me the document. You have your payroll here in the hall, right?
Our payroll is available here.
Right, so you can get it for me right now, right?
The manpower cannot get it for you right now.
And this next part absolutely cracks me up just because I can see what's going on. So the manager, city manager, the water guy, and the whatever else hat he wears, watch his shuffle. He's like, comes down the hallway, and he's like, shoot, I don't want no part of that. What's this?
To give me your payroll.
There's other things we're taking
So
care
you can't
of
spend
here.
20 seconds to get a citizen a government record that they're asking for here in person.
Turn in the request, and I will get it in a reasonable amount of
Well,
time.
if you're not going to give it to me today, then I'm not going to fight and have an argument with you. I'm just going to sue the city of Holbrook for not performing their duties under Title 51.
I will get it as quickly as I can. It does not say I have to get it to you immediately.
No, it says reasonable amount of time, and it defines reasonable as the amount of time it takes for you to go retrieve the record and produce it. You
And
understand that, right?
I do understand.
Do we need to talk
that.
to your city attorney about you guys not following the law?
You have his card. Please call him.
That's his card? So I should go by
Greg
there
Lloyd, you
and
have
speak to
his
him?
card.
Who's your boss and supervisor?
Justin?
He thought he dodged that one, but he sure didn't. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. What is it?
He wants my supervisor because he's on the reports right now.
Watch him prairie
Public
dog
Works
this
Authority got, you're the
entryway.
supervisor of her? But you're over Public Works Authority?
She works for Public Works Authority.
Also, take notice, he just swallowed a big mouthful of chew spit. So he.
Well, why is she
is
coming
just-
out and dealing with Open Records Act requests? Why isn't
Beside
that
himself.
that? You're the city, so you are the Public Works Authority person and the city manager. The people shouldn't behave like that. The Oklahoma Open Records Act says that you have to produce documents in a reasonable amount of time, and it defines that as the time it takes for you to get the damn document and give it to me. And she doesn't need to have an attitude and tell me it's available on the state's website, because you know what? Every city can choose to implement their own damn form, and that's why I come by and ask for a freaking form, so I know what form to send to you guys to ask for records. And so she'd just come out here polite, we wouldn't be having this negative interaction. You and I had a nice conversation. Debbie Downer here wants to come out here and act like she doesn't work for the damn public.
I would appreciate it if you didn't curse.
Damn, fuck, shit.
Well, for obvious reasons, we had to bleed out the last parts of this. For, you know.
Ma'am. Look up Cohen v. California.
hilarious
It's a
every time
California,
Ron
it's a United
cusses,
States
it
Supreme
sends a
Court
lightning
case
bolt through
that
this guy,
says
you can tell.
that the word fuck is protected. I understand that's a United States Supreme Court case. It rules the whole fucking country. And it found that the word fuck is protected. She didn't need to have an attitude. You don't need to have people working for you that work for the city and work on tax dollars that behave like that.
You don't get paid by tax dollars.
She does. She works for the public works into an interaction that we didn't need to have. And this is like the 17th city I've been to in 4 days, and I've not been treated like that. It's ridiculous and absurd. It's just a daggum camera. Y'all don't need to be afraid of a camera. You don't need to be afraid of what we're asking for. You don't need to smirk. I'm on my 5th city manager I've gotten fired this year. You might need to be
In
to
fact,
the next one.
I was deemed a criminal out here by him. He was saying I was filming the theft things.
No, I didn't.
Maybe you need to
I
be
have it
my
on
next city
camera,
manager
sir.
I focus on.
Go ahead.
Do I need to?
There.
What's your name again?
You won't give me yours?
I don't work for the public. You do. You're the city manager. You think it looks good on
Look
you to
it
not
up
give
on
your
the internet.
name? Does it not look good to not give your name?
Look it up on the internet. Dude, you
Look
come
it
in
up.
here-
Look it up on the
you
internet.
come in here being rude to her.
I come up in here asking for government
being a
records.
smart rear to her.
Smart rear? How? How was I a smart rear?
She asked for a name.
Yeah, and I chose not to give it. I don't want to give it.
I want to point out also.
I promise you, you're gonna figure
I
out
know.
who I am, and then you're gonna go, shit, shouldn't have fucked with that guy. That's what you're gonna figure out. You're gonna go, damn, why wasn't I just nice to that guy?
I was.
You were.
You're cursing.
Her and
You're
her.
cursing my employees.
Now I am. You're damn right I am.
But I
They
did
shouldn't
not-
behave like this.
But this gentleman just lied to you.
No, I didn't. It's on
It's
camera,
on
sir.
camera.
I'm
Whatever
recording on
it
two
is,
different
whatever it
things
is.
right
I said
now.
I didn't call him a thief.
What'd you say?
I said I just assumed that everything back here not be all over the internet for thieves to see what's back there.
It's open. It
The
was
only
literally
thing back there
open.
was
that's
cop
what I'm
cars.
But a thief could walk up to that gate and look through that gate
That's
and look
fine.
through that and see everything that they want to see.
That's,
You have a lot of thieves showing up with $10,000 pieces of camera equipment to do some
I did not call
scouting.
him a thief.
I mean, but you're worried about that? I mean, that freaking camera equipment costs more than your damn cars back there.
I agree with that.
So why act like this? When people come in here
I'm
just
not-
trying to
I'm
engage
not.
in business, you're right, you didn't until your employees start acting like assholes, and you're going to sit here and defend it. Why don't you just explain to them, hey, if somebody comes in here to ask for a form, just folder right here with 15 different forms from 15 different cities. And it's great if y'all want to use the one off the state website, but that's the extent of it. Now that we got an officer, let's get him to identify himself, and does he have body camera?
So the officer is lollygagging to come in here because he already knows who Ron is, and he knows the channel and watches it. Hey, all you coppers out there, make sure you hit like and
Is it on?
subscribe. We appreciate the support.
How's it
We can
going?
shine a
Just
good light
identify
on you
yourself so I
like
can get
this
your body
guy.
cam footage.
Or be a douchebag,
Chief
or we
Whitby.
won't.
Explain to these folks that they just need to be nice, that cameras are not anything to be afraid of.
Yeah,
You
multiple
understand that, right?
up
Yeah.
over here.
Y'all got cameras all over the daggum place. And I'm not required to identify myself. I don't have to give up my Fourth Amendment right when I come in here to ask for an Open Records Act form by identifying myself. I have a Fourth Amendment right to be free in my papers and free in my name and free in that information, and I choose not to give it. And that's not being rude. That's just choosing not to. You're the government employees. I'm not. I don't have to identify. You choose not to identify. It makes you look like a schmuck, but you choose how you want to look. I'll show the public it. They'll make a decision, and we'll see how it goes. I don't think it's going to go well for you. I don't. Do you want to identify yourself? I'll give you another chance. You want to tell me who you are?
I'm all over the website.
You know, I literally put out a video, was it like 3 days ago?
Yep.
From the clown at the Oklahoma Bar Association. The clown at the Oklahoma Bar Association who kept saying, Google it, Google it, Google it. There's like 75,000 people that have watched that guy say, Google it. You sure you want to go with that and don't want to just give me your name?
I think Justin.
Justin what?
Amy.
There you go. Was that so hard?
I mean, you kind of got my dander up a little bit when you.
I got your
started
dander
cussing.
up. Well, I'm going to cuss. If people treat me like shit, I'm going to let them know that they're treating me like shit. And if I have to explain to somebody like you that words are protected activity, and as long as I'm not threatening somebody, I'm not disturbing the peace, and your chief understands that, I'm sure, I can say fuck or shit or all those words. You're the one that got an attitude about it, and I used one of what I would call a light curse word. Fuck is my favorite word. Cohen v. California, again, that's one of my favorite cases in the United States Supreme Court's ever decided. But again, just tell her not to have a damn attitude.
It wasn't being rude.
completely-
It wasn't being rude. It was exercising his rights.
Right, and he was
period.
just checking out your police vehicles and stuff because you know what we did? We went to Fort Gibson the other day and we sat down and had an hour and a half conversation with the chief of police of Fort Gibson about all the things that law enforcement needs, and we're working on helping with some of that stuff and working on helping with grants and a state task force to help you guys write things for grants for small cities for your police department, sort of like pooling resources. We could have had that kind of conversation. We didn't have to have this negative conversation. It all starts with, you know, how they behave. And what I always say is attitude reflects leadership. So maybe think about that and maybe retrain these folks on how to just be nice to people. It'd be a hell of a lot easier on everybody. Wouldn't you agree?
Are y'all with Gorilla, the Gorilla Public?
Hey, he knows who I am.
Seen it on YouTube.
Awesome.
I told him he was going to figure out who I am. Just because I don't want to give my name, I just want my foreman to get the hell out of here. If I was here investigating you, I'm not. I'm actually going to go to Stillwell, and then I'm going to go to the Locust Grove Police Department and investigate one of their officers who's got 3 protective orders issued against him. I ain't even here for you. I was literally here to ask questions about the wastewater treatment facility, which you answered. And I'd have been out of your hair. I'm doing a story on human manure as well, which is
Front and back?
disgusting.
Very
Just
disgusting.
But that's what I'm working on a story about. That's why I was asking the questions about what you do with your waste treatment stuff. It has nothing to do with you guys have done anything wrong. The only people that did anything wrong were these two. Other than that, y'all would have been fine. I'd have been out of here. You'd have never seen a hide nor hair of a video from me. But now you just guaranteed this stuff will be out there. It's a shame. It's a shame. Let's check their narcotics thing. How's it? Is it too full? There was one in Muskogee Police Department that literally was so overflowing with pills, you could pull it and like literally, I pulled out like
bottles
morphine
out.
and stuff out of the box and was like showing it to the cops. They hadn't emptied it in a while.
That one you can't reach into.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
good.
that one's
Well, anyway,
secure.
have a better day. Maybe have a conversation with the ladies about we're not doing anything wrong and there's no reason to be mean. In fact, this is when you should be the nicest, because if you're nice, it never goes anywhere. Right? I might have used some of your stuff that we talked about for a quick second on something talking about what you do with your, with your waste stuff. I might have used a little bit of that in a 30-something minute thing about what's going on in Oklahoma related to human solids.
10-second clip of it.
But
But that.
it turned a 10-second interaction where I would have used it to explain how this process works and how you guys haven't done anything in 17 years. That's good information. to let people know.
We're not, I mean, we're.
But you're small. I understand. But so are again, I've been at 17 different cities in the last 4 days. Well, started last week. But I've been at 17 different cities in 4 days, asking the same kind of questions. And I tell you, most everybody's been pretty nice. There was a mayor yesterday in, what town was that? Bristow?
Bristow.
She decided to come out and start playing Lady Gaga on her phone, thinking she could interfere with our ability to record and mess with our copyright stuff. And that turned out to be the mayor of Bristow. I didn't expect it from a mayor, and I certainly don't expect it from a city manager. So train your employees better. But that said, I'm gonna send in a request for that body cam footage. So hold on to it for me, if you would, sir. You need anything from me?
I'm good.
All right, I appreciate it. We're out of here.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend.